Anyways, tonight we are going to do a general Hatha practice. We will be doing some inversions. Follow along as you feel comfortable and try to slow down and tune into your breath and try to aim for 5 to 10 breaths per posture. So we'll be doing less flow and vinyasa and more attentiveness in each pose with little mini shavasanas and mini breaks in between each pose so that we can really feel the beautiful pranic rush and all the pressure changes that happen as we come out of a pose. I'm getting a little bit hooked on that experience, honestly. Going super slow, holding long holds, and then that yummy after feeling. All right, so tonight we're going to start lying on our back. So if you want to come down onto your back and hug your knees into your chest to begin. And we'll begin with a bit of somatic awareness as we rock our knees round and round in small circles. So you're feeling into your hips and lower back, and also tuning into the environment around you, noticing the sounds, feeling free to change directions with your knees at any time or take your knees wide apart, circling them toward each other. Just a gentle bit of movement and environmental awareness as you become present on your mat. Starting to let go of the day. And bring your knees back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Lifting your forehead up to your knees. Pressing your spine into the floor, belly toward your spine. Taking a couple of breaths here. And release, lowering your head to the floor. Feet to the floor and knees out wide. Taking one hand to your belly and one hand out to the side with your palm up. Settling into your breath. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly as you inhale and exhale. Allowing your hips and legs to relax completely. Letting your whole body soften and relax. Now placing your other hand over your chest, so you have one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, and feeling the natural flow of your breath down into your lungs. Feel your belly gently expand. And exhaling, feeling your belly soften and your lungs contract as you release the breath. And continuing to breathe in your own rhythm. Beautiful. Continue breathing in this way, and we'll bring the mantra Gauranga to the forefront of our mind. Holding the mantra in your mind. And on your next exhalation, we'll begin saying the sound Gauranga out loud for the entire length of our exhalation for 5 complete breaths. Inhaling. Gauranga. Goranga. 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 One more time. Goranga. Returning to your regular breathing pattern. Taking your hands under your thighs, bringing your knees together. Step your feet out to mat distance, and we'll gently rock our knees from side to side, bringing a gentle twist into the lower back. And come back to center. Cross your ankles. With a little bit of momentum, we'll rock ourselves up to sit and come over onto all fours. Stacking your shoulders above your wrists and your hips above your knees, starting with a neutral spine, moving into some cat-cows, inhaling to tilt your pelvis forward, looking forward, lengthening and arching your spine. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, draw the belly in, chin toward your chest, pressing the floor away, rounding through your spine. Moving with your breath, inhale, looking forward, arch the back. Exhale, rounding through your spine. Continuing on for another 3 breaths, moving at your own pace. It's okay to linger in that small pause at the end of the inhalation and the end of the exhalation. One last round. And come back to neutral spine. This time we'll take it from side to side. So moving to the left first, bringing your shoulder and your hip toward each other, feeling a nice contraction through the left side of your body. Come back to center and over to the right side, hip and shoulder moving in toward each other. And that nice side bend, going from side to side a couple more times. And last time over to the right side. And come back to center. Take your hands forward slightly, diving your chest to the floor. And straighten out through your legs, belly to the floor. Check that your hands are under your shoulders. And inhale, press into your palms, lifting in a wave-like motion halfway up. Exhale, lower down. So we'll go through a few waves of baby cobra, elbows hugging in toward the ribs, palms pressing firmly into the floor, moving with your breath. And let's do 2 more. Gently contracting through the buttocks as you reach back into your toes. And this time lifting up. Adjust your hands if you need to. I'm going to move my hands back slightly. Lifting up into full cobra. Elbows are still gently bent and drawing into the ribs, pressing down into your palms and broadening through your collarbones. Contracting through the buttocks, reaching back into your toes. Spine is nice and long. Settling into your breath. And it's okay to also gently draw in through the navel to protect your lower back. You don't need to try and aim for hyperextension. Try to create that co-activation through the belly and the glutes to protect your lower back so that you can really lengthen all the way from the base of your spine up to your neck, reaching into the crown of your head. One more breath here. And exhaling, release. Taking your arms by your sides and turn your head to one side. Lifting up, place your hands underneath your shoulders again. Coming back into, we'll lift into downward dog, but we're going to take it nice and slow. So tuck your toes under, pressing down into your palms. Fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide. Raising the hips up. You can walk your toes in a little. So we're going to go into a nice high lifted hips position, bending through your knees and reaching your chest back toward your thighs. Keep lifting the heels and lifting into the hips, letting your head hang heavy, pressing the palms into the floor, nice and open through the shoulders. And begin to lower the heels toward the floor. Finding yourself in downward dog, moving your feet out a little if you need to, checking again that your fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide. Press the floor away. Sliding the shoulders down the back to support a nice, strong shoulder joint, but allowing for a little bit of openness through the chest and shoulders. So the main thing is to not collapse into your shoulders or allow your ribs to just drop toward the floor. You want to have that little bit of effort through the shoulders that allows you to lengthen into the spine and lifting into your hips and encouraging your heels down toward the floor. And we'll hold here for another 5 breaths. Gently drawing in through your belly. One more breath here. And on an exhale, lower your knees to the floor, flatten out through your feet, and come back and sit on your heels, turning your palms up. All right, we're going to combine Cobra and Downward Dog into a dynamic movement. So we'll do 3 rounds of going from Downward Dog, lowering our hips, and going into a stretching dog variation. So your toes will stay tucked under to give your hips a little bit of lift. Moving with your breath, we'll take our hands forward and lift back into Downward Dog. Take a breath here. And then when you're ready, lifting through your belly as you lift up high on your heels, coming onto your toes, and lower your hips forward. Keep pressing the floor away, broadening through your collarbones, looking forward. Engaging through the glutes to protect your lower back. Exhale, lift through the belly, driving through the belly, taking the hips back, coming into Downward Dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale. Exhale, lift back. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Taking your feet about hip distance apart, cradling your elbows in your hands, and allow your upper body to hang forward, nice and soft through the face. Relax into your spine and breathe. Just a couple more breaths here. Release your hands, bending through your knees, and slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Coming to stand in mountain pose, giving yourself a little bit of time to allow everything to balance out. Nice. We'll go into chair pose, and then we'll go through a series of hip openers from chair through standing forward fold. So starting in chair position, either feet hip distance apart or together, and coming down into a bend, bending through the knees, bending through the hips, scoop in through your belly, raising your arms up, shoulders down away from your ears, and reaching into your fingertips. Keep pressing down firmly into your feet, knees working in toward each other, and navel drawing in. And seeing if you can sink down just a little more. Not that that's the goal, but just being curious. And pressing down through your feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Lower your arms. Now bringing the right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Coming into a slight bend to begin with on the left leg. And then slowly dropping into chair. Inhale, raise the arms up. Flexing through your right foot and pressing down strongly into your standing left foot. So the more you grip with your toes and anchor down through the ball of your feet and the heels, the heel and the toes, the more you'll feel a nice active and strong ankle, helping you stabilize. Good. And release. Take a breath. Switching to the other side. So already activating through the right foot. Soft bend through the left knee, right knee, and take the left ankle to the top of the right thigh. All right, we got there in the end. All right, so that standing foot is nice and active, and then dropping down into a chair position, flexing the left foot, raising the arms. Finding a point in front of you to gaze at to help you balance. And release. Standing in mountain, lower your arms, take a breath. Okay, now this one's going to be a little bit more of a hip opener. So again, grounding down through that supporting foot, starting with the left foot to the floor. We'll bend the right knee, bringing the foot to come up and rest around the hip crease area. So this might be far enough, and you can hold your foot with your left hand and just stay here. If you can, go into a wrap around. We'll go foot to the hip, reaching the right arm around and seeing if we can catch the toe. Whoop. And that, from there, raising the left arm up. Further still is coming into a forward fold. I recommend doing a micro bend through that standing leg to make sure you're not hyperextending through your leg. Left hand reaches to the floor and folding forward. And just a couple more breaths here. Soft bend through the knee as you slowly lift up. Release the foot, the hand, come back to mountain. And let's move to the other side. Standing on your right foot, bending through the left knee, taking your foot up to the front of your right hip. And either holding with your right hand and taking the left arm up, or seeing if you can wrap that arm around, catch your toe, your foot. I'm sneaky using the wall here. Raising the right arm up. And then navel drawing in. Slowly fold forward, micro bend in that right leg. Reaching for the floor and folding forward. One more breath here. Bending through the right knee, coming back up to standing. Carefully release the foot and return to mountain. Take a breath. Nice. Okay. Moving into a standing split now. We're going to go into it gradually, and don't worry too much about where your leg lands. Just stay in awareness of your body and honor your body's parameters. We'll go right foot stepping forward and bending through the right knee. It is insanely humid here. It might be for you too, Mel. Southeast Queensland is definitely in summer tropical vibes. So, and that's why I keep pulling my pants because they're completely sticking to me. Folding forward over that right leg, bending through the knee, reaching your hand to the floor. When you're first, just go fingertips to the floor, raising that leg up. Good. Lower the leg down. Coming back up. Finding yourself in high lunge, mainly to open up through the hips. So don't worry too much about taking your arms up, just going into a nice standing lunge position, straightening out through the front leg, then folding forward again, hands to the floor. Raise the leg up, maybe a little higher this time. Bend through the right knee, back toes to the floor, finding yourself in a stretchy high lunge. And then this time, we'll go into standing split. Coming forward, hands to the floor, taking the leg up, and bringing your torso in toward your leg. Maybe holding the back of your ankle to help you draw in. Holding here for about 5 to 10 breaths. Coming down anytime you need to have a break. slowly lower down. Toes to the floor. Come back up to standing. Step the left foot forward. Take a breath. Step the right foot back. And folding forward over your front leg. Hands to the floor, lifting up. And reach your toes back. Come into a stretchy high lunge. Opening up through the hips. And straighten out through the leg. Then bend and fold forward. So you get that nice little mini triangle, mini pyramid pose. High lunge. We'll do 3 of the dynamic series and then go into a hold whenever you're ready. So I'm ready to go into that hold. I'm there. Trying to cultivate that sense of awareness of what's happening in your body. That mental effort, complemented by the ease of letting go of everything else, withdrawing your senses from everything around you. And whenever you're ready, release. And step forward. Whew. Take a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, making your way down to the floor. Give your legs a little shake. And bring the right foot in, left leg extended, flexing your toes back toward you. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, folding forward. So if we're going to spend 10 breaths on each side, taking your time to ease into the pose. There's no rush. Feeling your way into it. Allowing your body to slowly release in its own time. And 2 more breaths here. Slowly release, coming up. Changing sides, taking the right leg forward and the left foot in. Sole of the foot pressing into the inner thigh with your heel right up against your groin. And flexing your right toes back toward you and folding forward over your right leg. One more breath. And release. Okay, extend both legs out. Now this position is similar to what we just did in the standing forward fold. With your left leg extended, bend through the right knee, placing your foot to rest right on top of your hip crease. So you're in a half lotus position with one leg extended, grounding down through the hips. And the more you can really snuggle that foot in with your heel pressing into your lower abdomen, then option to stay here with left hand to your foot and reach forward to hold your left foot, or wrapping the right arm around to catch the left toes, lift and lengthen, and fold forward. Our body is a very advanced, intelligent pressure system with all kinds of energetic points, and this, when we get ourselves into binds and all yoga postures really, the pressure changes that build up, the pressure that builds up within, and then when we release out of the posture, creates this kind of burst of prana and blood circulation, nutrient and oxygen circulation. So going into these sort of pretzel poses does have its purpose other than flexibility. All right, one more breath here. Beautiful. Lifting up, keeping your foot where it is. Another variation is to bring a little bit of rotation around in the opposite direction. So we'll be reaching the right hand to the foot and wrapping the right hand to the front leg and wrapping the left hand around. So more advanced practitioners might be able to wrap all the way around and hold on to the front of their ankle here. I can just about reach my thigh, and I think this humidity is allowing me to go a little further than I usually would. But then we get a nice bit of rotation through the upper body. So you're going to lift and open, spiraling around to the left, looking over your left shoulder, and using that grip of your front foot to press against your foot for a little bit more rotation through your spine. Just a couple more breaths here. Good. And slowly release. Unfold your left leg, right leg, extending it out. Take a breath. And now with the right leg extended, foot active, toes pressing back toward you, bending through the left leg, bringing that left foot to rest on top of the thigh and the hip crease. And when you're comfortable there, choose your level of wrapping or binding. Oop. And folding forward. One more breath here. And coming back up, release your hands, keeping your foot where it is, and rotating around to the other side now. So taking your left hand to your right foot and wrapping that right hand around, taking hold of wherever you can catch hold. And pressing against your right foot as you lift and open through the chest, looking over your right shoulder. Beautiful. Slowly release. Come back to center. Take both legs out in front. Relax. One more breath. And taking your hands back, fingers facing toward your feet and the end of your mat. We'll start in a tabletop position with the option to progress into a reverse plank. So lifting up and feeling that nice stretch through your shoulders as you raise your hips up. Maybe taking your head back, opening up through the throat. Keep breathing, pressing down into your palms and the soles of your feet. Inhale. And exhale, lower your hips to the floor, bringing your head back to neutral. If that felt like it was enough for you, repeating that same position. Further still, straighten out through your legs and lift up into a full reverse plank. Pressing the soles of your feet toward the floor as best you can, lifting your hips. Carefully taking your head back. Keep breathing as you lift. Release. Cross your legs and sit comfortably. Placing your hands in your lap. Two more breaths in this resting position. Very nice. Curling forward, so you're laying your torso over your legs, reaching your arms forward. And if your head comes to the floor, resting your forehead on the floor. Still pressing your hips down to the floor. Lots of length through your spine. One more breath here. And release. Pressing back up. Very nice. All right. We're going to come over onto all fours just to do one sleeping pigeon on each side, and then we'll come down onto our back. So taking your right knee forward, dialing that foot out in front of your left hip as far as feels comfortable. Starting with lots of length through your spine, left hip working down, reaching back into your back toes, and then folding forward. Propping yourself up on some props like a block or bolster or your forearms. And if you feel up to it, making your way all the way to the floor, forehead to the floor, reaching your hands forward. So you've got a beautiful two-way lengthening from the hips back to your left toes, and then from the hips forward, reaching into your fingertips. And try to relax and soften as much as you can through your hips and belly. I can feel myself, a transparent yoga teacher share, I can feel myself resisting really letting go into my hips because I'm afraid of the experience. Letting go, letting go. 2 more breaths here. And then making your way back up into an upright pigeon position. Lifting the hips, tucking your back toes, sliding your right knee back. Take a rest between sides if you need to. Then slide the left knee forward, dialing your left foot out in front of your right hip. And lifting nice and tall. Reaching back into your right foot, long through your spine, and fold forward. Using your props if you need to start, and then as your body starts to release, you might be able to move your props out to the side and come forward. Again, just a reminder, withdrawing the senses, becoming gently present with the experience of your body, but feeling yourself aware without being too attached to any thoughts or anything happening around you. Finding that nice active rest state. Two more breaths. And begin to press yourself up. This time we'll roll onto the left hip and swing our back leg around, taking your legs out in front, and then come down onto your back. With your feet to the floor, allow your knees to just fall in. We'll take a couple of breaths here before we move on to bridge pose. Noticing how your mind and body feel. That beautiful free flow of prana throughout your body. And walking your heels in nice and close to your hips. Taking your palms down arms alongside your body. Need to do a bit of a hair adjustment here. And we'll go 5 dynamic bridge lifts and lowers, and then we'll lift into full bridge, and we'll hold for about 5 to 10 breaths. So let's move with our breath, tucking our tailbone under. Inhale. Expanding your chest open, pressing down into your palms, pressing into your feet. Exhale, lowering your spine 1 vertebra at a time. And just continue in this way, moving with your breath. Inhaling up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just a couple more. Okay, now inhaling to lift up and hold. Interlocking your hands underneath your body. Bringing your shoulders in toward each other, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Pressing down into your feet and forearms as you lift through your hips and sternum. Feeling your whole body working. Couple more breaths here. Release your hands, release your shoulders, and lower your spine to the floor, one vertebra at a time. Hips come to the floor, allow your knees to fall in, relax, turning your palms up. Hugging your knees into your chest, returning to our very gentle sacrum circles from the beginning of our practice. Rotating your knees round and round. You can hold your knees or have your hands out, whichever feels most nurturing for you. Changing directions whenever, and also taking your knees wide apart if you'd like. Good. And bring your knees back together, hugging your knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze, keeping your head on the floor. And release, crossing your ankles and taking hold of your feet. And we'll hold here just for a few breaths. Just like a really nice, relaxing little bind. And change sides so the other ankle is over the top, holding your feet. And release. Option to lay in reclined butterfly with your knees out to the side like we did at the beginning of our practice, or straightening out through your legs and making yourself comfortable with whatever props you like in Shavasana. Turning your palms up and allowing your feet to fall out to the sides. Taking a little moment of appreciation for your body, for this beautiful practice. Appreciation for how much better we feel in our body and how much clearer our mind is, and the level of contentment that we can experience through our practice as well. Something that we can hopefully cultivate through the other limbs of yoga and carry it through the rest of our life. Taking this time to completely relax, allowing all the benefits of the techniques that we've just practiced assimilate in our mind and body. All you need to do now is relax each body part as I mention it. Starting by taking your awareness all the way down to your feet. Relax your toes from your big toes to your little toes. Relax the soles of your feet, your inner arches, your outer arches. And feel your heels resting heavy on the floor. Soften into your ankles, your calf muscles, and your knees. Relax your thighs, the tops of your thighs, your inner thighs and outer thighs, and your hamstrings. Softening into your hips, allowing them to relax completely. Relax your belly from your lower abdomen all the way up to your diaphragm. Feeling everything to be soft and relaxed. Feel the sides of your body releasing, relaxing as if they're melting down toward the floor. Relax into your ribs, softening all the muscles in between each rib. Softening into the lungs and your heart. Relax into your collarbones, feeling them broadening and releasing. Relax your shoulders, from the tops of your shoulders, down and around your shoulder blades. Relax your upper arms, elbows, and forearms. Softening into your wrists and hands. Observing the gentle prickling sensation of prana circulating your palms. And then taking your awareness to your lower back. Feeling your sacrum broadening and releasing. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. Your head is heavy and your face is soft. Release your jaw and relax your mouth. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm. Nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Just rest. And staying where you are, bringing the sacred sound Gauranga to the forefront of your mind once more. And just with gentle breathing, just loud enough that you can hear it. We'll go through 5 rounds of Gauranga breathing, going in your own time. Gauranga. 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 And begin to wake up your body by wriggling your fingers and toes, gently rocking your head from side to side. And rolling over to the left side. And then slowly pushing yourself up, coming up to a seated position. And we'll bring our hands together, closing off our practice by bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other. And bowing our heads once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste.